Hello. Hello. Hopefully, folks be doing and feeling well. I think I'm doing pretty well. So I mentioned that this album came out like the day that I purchased. Uh, not the day that I purchased, but I think the day that I streamed with Scatman John, and after bought it. Fantastic album. Hmm. Like even. Hmm. It's going to be hard to talk over it. I like this album. Even the songs that I didn't like immediately have largely grown on me. Like one of my favorite songs is a song that I didn't like it the first time I heard it. But let's we're going to listen to the full album alongside our Algebra 1 today. Of course, in the VOD, it will be entirely silent, obviously. Uh so you know like what Petra says, it sucks to suck. But um as the title says, I have a date with my wife today. So when whenever Petra gets available and is done working on the work that they're doing, we will disappear for a little bit. And I'm thinking I'm going to stop the stream for that because I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's going to be until I get back. So I don't want to. I don't want that to be, you know, another like 40-minute break or some shit. It's a bit much. Wow. Build my house again. It's hard to eat my toast while streaming. Which means I can sit in relative silence and enjoy myself some fucking good music. So it's okay. Captions. I did say fuck. Fuck. There we go. this way. Okay. Last time we were in here, we fucking mastered units. So here, we're probably just going to do these two individually. Because it's 6 questions. That would be less. We might as well do the quiz. Stop. Doing this will probably be faster than the 5-question quiz. Because that should be only 4 questions, probably. So, we might do that. Then we will be doing this quiz, followed by the unit test. And we'll see how far we get, basically. When the album ends, we stop working, basically. Saw a spoiler there for the question. All right. Already? You're already fucking doing this to me? Stop. I didn't even double tap. I just clicked. What? It's fine. I'll get over it. Also, I couldn't find a setting to like stop like the double tapping from zooming. I don't want that to be a thing. I wish that wasn't a thing here. It's very nice. This is one of the songs that for some reason initially I didn't like it that much, but I really fucking like it. I think this one is my favorite song on the album. I don't know. But let's calculate some slope. Slope is oftentimes called, rise over run. A better generalized statement is the change of y over the change in x. I should do the problems. So change in y over change in x. Because rising entails you're only going up. Running says left or right. But even when we learn rise over run, we break that immediately. Because instead of going purely up and then traveling left or right, generally a lot of teachers teach you go to the right and you can go up or down. So you're rising downward, and that doesn't make sense. So change in y over change in x. And that, is calculated through the standard. Sorry, I know a lot of people put a 2 there. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Where X1, Y1 and X2, Y2 are 2 points. We have 2 points. That's what we're going to do. It doesn't matter which point you use, so I'm going to use the first one first. So I'm going to have 9 minus 1 in my numerator, and then in the denominator, I'm going to have 6 minus 7. From there, I get a positive 8 in the numerator. I get a negative 1 in the denominator, so my slope is simply a negative 8. Very nice. I also saw a flash of them calling it, right, change in y over change in x. Not rise over run. What is the slope of the line that contains these points? Falling like angels out of the dark and into the dream. For this, since there's a table, the general convention is like a lot of people will do the change in y over change in x calculations, but separated. So here, from left to right, this first exchange has a plus 5 on x, whereas dy has a minus 2. It doesn't matter about the rest of them, honestly, and we could have done this with the other set too, to just separate the calculation. From there, the change in y over change in x will be equal to a negative 2 over a positive 5, or, negative 2/5. It would have been funny if I got that wrong, right? Find the missing value to form that solution. So here, this has told us, this is another song that, initially I didn't really, jive with it. Fucking like it. It's great. But so this is telling us that x is equal to 8, because remember, when you see values in an ordered pair, unless it's like otherwise defined, the ordered pair is going to be in the format x comma y, where x values, y values, typically input and output, but not always. Like here, this is again what the American mathematics calls standard form. And this form of the equation largely references x and y both as like general input, like it's just a function of two variables. It doesn't really differentiate input versus output in this form. It just has. But so all we're going to do, 8 is equal to x, so substitution. Or x is equal to 8. A better way of saying it. Variables can be equal to numbers, but numbers shouldn't be equal to variables, sort of thing. Even though they're bijections, they're two-way streets. It's a dangerous thing. We don't want to like find other 8s in the problem and replace that with a variable x. No, don't do that. This is 40, right? So I'm going to subtract out on both sides, get a negative 10. Divide by negative 2, and I get y is a positive 5. If you're ever unsure, just plug it back in. If your arithmetic is good, you don't need to plug back in. If you don't trust your arithmetic, like if you have experienced common errors before, plug back in. Check. It's good. So we have 40 minus 10. That's 30. This says the point is negative 2, 7. Right? X is negative 2, y is 7. X is negative 2, y is 7. And then we want a slope of 4. Again, if you are learned in the way of rise over run, but you only move right, we can't. There's not enough room to go up for our slope of 4. So instead, we need to count in the other direction. The slope being 4 says that the change of y is equal to 4 and the change of x is actually equal to 1, which means, oops, I broke the point a little bit, which means I need y to change by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But since I went down, I need to have the negative exchange with x as well. So here again, when slope equals 4, that means that the change in y over the change in x is either 4 over 1 or negative 4 over negative 1. So this one says you are going 1, 4, whereas this one's saying you are going down. I wrote that 4 very poorly. 1. Like that sort of exchange, but it's the exact same line. Would have been funny if I got it wrong. Which order pair is the solution? You just plug in. So we're just going to try the first one here. Because of the format, this is, again, American slope intercept form. So here we're just going to plug in 2 and see if 11 pops out. So that's going to be 3 times 2 plus 5, 6 plus 5 is in fact equal to 11. So that is a point. But I don't want to click that just yet because the other one might be and I might accidentally hit enter. But it's not. If we look at slope, we know that this point exists. And since the slope is 3, that means when we increase x by 1 going to 3, the output also needs to increase by 3 because we're increasing x by 1, y must increase by 3. Change in y over change in x. Following? So here, this should be 14. So let's see if we're actually right. It's going to be 9 plus 5, and 9 plus 5 is in fact 14, which is not 13. So, yep, it is in fact A. What's the slope of the line? You find a point that is good. A good point is dependent on the graph that you're looking at, but typically it's going to be ones that you can tell exactly what the coordinates are. So a point where the line is crossing the grid. So we have the point here. Shit. 1, -3, and then we have this point up here, 3, 0. If we want, we can just use the slope formula, but we have the graph. Let's count the change in y and the change in x. So here, 1, 2, 3. Change in y is equal to 3. 1, 2. Change in x is equal to 2. So the slope is 3/2. Or 1.2 for the calculator gamers out there. I think it would be cool to actually just do the quizzes so we see the diverse set of problems, even though it would be probably more economic to just do that. So let's do that. Let's engage. And by engage, let's take a bite of my other slice of toast. You thought I only had one piece of toast? Fucking idiot. That's nice. Also, this is interesting. Very informal. Not even periods after those emojis. You're right. That's nice. I'm glad they got back so fast. That's nice. Okay. I can arrange that. Or, well, we could probably do that during lunch if you want.
Yeah, I would shoot an email.
I am conning it up Gary's way. Gary would be better at this than I am. Would have 0 missed.
So,
Head.
sorry, no, I saw.
I have a date. My wife. That'll be funny. It's true. We got a lunch date.
But
Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Ah, damn. So that smudgy face, not okay. You should still send it. It's a good picture. This is another song from the album that took time for me to like really get into it, but it's still one that I quite like. I think it's because you can feel it. It's different. But now it's back to being a little bit more normal then. But it's good. So we want the y-intercept. So there's a few ways that we can achieve that here. Usually these exercises are actually kind of convenient that we can use counting with the change in y over change in x to find our way there. To find a y-intercept, x needs to be 0. Keep that in mind. Every y-intercept has 0 for x. It's true. It's period. That's it. Just get down and lock down. X-intercepts, on the other hand, have 0 for y. Get that squared away. Intercepts are very specific points where 0 is one of the coordinates. If that is not the case, you're not looking at an intercept. Just looking at some dumb fuck point. But these exercises, at least in con, typically have a convenience in them that we can use counting to make our way down, but that's not always true. But it does look to be true here because it seems that if we count down towards 0, we need to subtract by 16. And so that's going to require just 2 more exchanges from x to actually do that, because 32 is 16 times 2. So here we just need to find the amount of change happening in the y, which appears that y is increasing as we decrease in x. So here, this is going to be decreasing by what, 5? Or increasing rather by 5? Which means with our 2 exchanges, we just need to increase by 10. So it's going to be 32. Okay. Remember, 0, 0. Get this squared away. Y-intercept, this is in, again, American slope-intercept form. So 7 is our y-intercept. It's just there. That's the point of the American math system calling this slope-intercept, because we had the slope and the y-intercept specifically in this format. And if you isolate x, like if you write this as x equals, you will have the like reciprocal slope and the x-intercept on display actually. But instead of doing that, we're just going to solve. We're going to plug in 0 for y as is needed, and then we're just going to subtract by 7 on both sides and divide by 4. That's our x-intercept, -7/4. Again, 0, 0. Do note, they swapped the locations. They do that. So read carefully. We know that that's an issue of con. That's why we have the sign. I don't always turn it on though. I really should. But you must read. Con is intentionally trying to trick you, which again I think is kind of fucked, but that's okay. We have a graph here which actually just answers the question for us. We can see that the y-intercept is 0.04, not 0.4, just 0.4. And that based on the x-axis scaling, which is actually the same as the y, very appreciated to have equal scales, the x-intercept is at a 0.3. Graph the line y equals 0. Don't mind if I do. Y equals 0 means that y is equal to 0. No matter what. Period. Doesn't matter what x is, y is equal to 0. So that's the x-axis. The y-axis is the line x equals 0. Because x is equal to 0. Doesn't matter what the fuck y ends up being. X is 0. Sounds good. Table some points. We want the x-intercept. To achieve the x-intercept, we need to get y to 0. Again, con is normally very forgiving and allows us to use counting as a measure of getting there. Otherwise, we would need to calculate the slope, establish the line probably in, I would probably use point slope form, which we haven't been exposed to just yet, except for me, because I think I've already used it. And then I would plug in 0 for y and solve that way. But again, con normally provides something easy here, and it seems to be by 7s, because here, as we decrease y, we decrease it by 7, which means, just like last time, we just need 2 more subtractions of 7, and we have y is equal to 0. So then, how much does x move? Well, x is also decreasing as y decreases, and here we go down by 10. So if we're doing 2 more of these, we're going to go down by 20 and have -32. What's up with 32? This is the second one that had 32 as an answer. This one's negative. That's funny as hell. Unless I'm wrong. Okay. Nice. Power of the river. He acquires the power of the river. Think about that. In essence, when you align yourself with nature, you work with nature and its powers, you yourself gain those powers. You are more powerful for working with nature. There's other interpretation. sells balloon animals. She uses the same number of balloons for each animal. Yeah, we've definitely seen these exercises before. How many balloon animals at most can A sell? Number of balloon animals sold versus the remaining number of balloons on a certain day. Let's find rate of change. Um, that's increasing by 9 each time, and that's decreasing by 36, which means for every increase in one animal, we have a decrease of 4 balloons. Mm-hmm. So I want to say A is equal to balloons. So animals, balloons, I'm going to use that as my measure. Um, if I'm doing that, then I need this. The change in balloons on the bottom is change in Y over change in X. Um, plus something. So let's plug in, right? We have that we would have 20 if -4 times 180 occurs. Actually, why am I doing slope-intercept form? Because we don't need the y-intercept. Wait, how many balloons at most? Balloon animals. Yeah, so I need to maximize this number, which means B needs to become 0. Right? Yes, actually, because how I'm drawing this like this. The line's looking like this. So since this is A, the y-intercept actually is the value that I need. Yeah, so actually, this is perfect. I'm going to multiply. I don't know this number actually, so let me not do that. Instead, I'm going to divide 180 by 4. That's going to be 25 plus 20. 45? I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So 45. So 20 equals negative 45 plus our question mark, which means our question mark should be 65. So I think by this, I've claimed that we should have 65 balloon animals at the end of the day. Let's see if I messed this up on the first problem through. Cool. I definitely structured that, I think, in a weird way. I have disadvantaged myself because in terms of the time that we get to work with this, because the album is like 45 minutes long, and technically I started after the first track. Um, so let's try that at least. So we'll at least finish this unit before moving on. C read a 180-page book cover to cover in a single session. Fucking show off. Constant rate. Took 6 hours. Um, let Y represent the number of pages left and T hours. So it's 180. So, god damn it. That um since it's 180, so this is saying that so if you have T, the points are always going to then be like T comma Y. T is a common replacement for X. Time is a good input variable or independent variable. Time just happens. But so this tells us that we have the point 0, 180 and 6 comma 0. Which of the following information about the graph of the relationship is given? We're provided the x and y intercepts. Yes. W landed his plane, causing it to descend at a rate of 0.2 kilometers per minute. He reached the ground after 15 minutes. Okay. So we have that. And then every minute we're exchanging by 0.2, which means that in 10 minutes it would be 2 kilometers. So if I go to 15 and I subtract, that should be the point, which also then makes sense because every 5 would be 1. Every 5 minutes would be 1 kilometer moving. And you have 3? This checks out to me. Let's just check that without doing anything else. Badass. We know lines. Archimedes drained the water in his tub. The amount of water left in the tub in liters as a function of time and minutes graphed. Very linear drain you got there, Archimedes. How long did it take each? Wait, how long did it take each time 18 liters of water were drained? That's a weird ask. Let's find this. Let's find our change in y over change in x is going to equal. We have 360 versus 5, so it's going to be negative 360 over 5. Feel free to sub to the full equation to confirm that I'm not lying to you. And a fifth of 360. I should know this. Just right off. Is it 72? Go and cheat and use my calculator. No, I'll do long division. Or short division, rather. Ha 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 ha. It is 72, you fuckers. Okay. So we're decreasing by 72. So that's 72 liters per 1 minute. But we only want this for 18 liters, which means we're going to multiply or rather we're going to divide this. We're going to flip it around. We're going to say 1 minute every 72 liters. We're going to remove the negative and just have it contextually. This is the decrease. And then we're going to multiply that by 18 liters because this is our rate. And then that should give us, I forget what 18 divided by 72 is. It's a quarter. I should have known that. But so that's going to take a quarter minute. Badass. I need to listen more deeply to that last one, just because every time I hear, I very explicitly hear that last bit, but I for some reason I'm always like not fully paying attention to before then. Well, that's cheating. Jay collects eggs in a basket and weighs the basket. He graphed the relationship between the number of eggs and the total mass. What's the slope represent in the context? It would be the change in mass per egg being added, so the mass per egg. 2 hot air balloons, one purple and one gold, took off at the exact same time. The purple balloon started from sea level, and the gold balloon started from a hill 15 meters above sea level. That's what we call inequity, I believe. The gold balloon began climbing at a constant rate of 2 meters per second. The purple balloon began climbing at 2.5 meters per second. How many seconds will the balloons after how many seconds were the balloons at the same altitude? So we have 2 lines, right? We have G, who we have increasing at 2 meters per second. So we'll just put X, doesn't matter. But started at 15. And then we have P that's increasing at 2.5 meters per second, but started at 0. So we wouldn't put anything. We want these to be the same. So we're going to set the two expressions equal to each other. We're going to subtract by 2x on both sides to get that 15 is equal to 1/2 x. I went ahead and changed it from 0.5 to 1/2 because my mind thinks in fractions a little bit better, because this tells me just multiply by 2. And x is equal to 30. It's easier for me to process that than it is to think of 15 divided by 0.5, right? So it takes 30 seconds. Nice. I said that this unit was going to be easy. What feature of the graph represents how many pages Mrs. G would need to print if none of the students take the test on the computer? That's the y-intercept. A good graph, you can answer the questions without reading the context. How long does it take N to paint 1 square meter? Okay. Well, this is increasing by 15, and this increases by 0.75. So here, the change in area over the change in time is going to be equal to 15 over 0.75. 0.75 is actually 3/4. Instead of dividing by fractions, we multiply by reciprocals. So 15 times 4/3. That's a 1. That's a 5. That is equal to 20. So the change in area over change in time is equal to 20 square meters every hour. We want, though, just 1 square meter. So the amount of time that it takes for 1 square meter. So here, we're going to flip the fraction over. 1 hour for 20 meters squared, and multiply that by our 1 square meter. That's a cube. Whoops. So this will eliminate that variable, or that unit for us, but as you see here, it's just going to be 1/20th of an hour. What, 3 minutes? Nice. What's the equation? That's y equals 4. Horizontal line, no matter what, every point has y equals 4. The slope is 0. That's another way of talking about that. The flat lines have slopes of 0. Unlike the other example that we saw, this one has told us that the y variable in this case is going to be equal to 8, not the x. So negative 4x minus 8 is equal to 24. We're going to add 8 on both sides. That's going to give us what, 32? And then divided by negative 4, and that's going to give us negative 8. Yeah. 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 Negative 8. Yep. Y-intercepts have x equal to 0. X-intercepts have y equal to 0. This is in point slope form. Very convenient if you just need an equation. Very inconvenient if you need to do something with that equation. So we're going to plug in 0 for x. We're going to get y minus 6 has to equal 20 because we get rid of the x. 4 times 5. We're going to add 6 on both sides and get that y is equal to 26. For the other case, we're going to set y equal to 0, and I'm going to go ahead and then distribute the 4 because 6 is not divisible by 4, so I don't want to isolate x in that way. It'll be more work on the upfront. But so we get this, setting y equal to 0 and distributing our 4. So from there, I'm going to subtract. I get negative 26 is equal to 4x, and then x is equal to negative 13 halves. What's up with that line? It's going down by 3 and to the right by 1, so I think a negative 3. I hit enter way too fast. I should have actually thought about that. Okay. I like subtracting by 0, so I'm going to put the 8 first. So we're going to do 8 minus 0. And since I put the 8 first, the 3 goes first down to the bottom. So 3 minus 1, and that's going to be an 8 over 2, which is equal to 4. Based. We want the y-intercept, which means x has to be equal to 0. So we need to get x to 0. To get x to 0, it looks like in this case we need to keep climbing, unlike the previous ones. It's not going to take long, though, because just like one of the previous ones, this is going to be changing by 7s with each turn, so it's just going to take 2 more exchanges. There's 2 exchanges. So so we need to essentially add 2 more differences, 2 more changes of y to here, and we'll be able to do it. Well, here, we increase by 4 and then increase by another 10. That's a plus 14. Yeah, because adding a 4 is going to go to negative 36. Adding 10 more will go to the negative 26. So I just need to add 2 14s or a 28 to our 26, and that's going to be a positive 2. Unless I did that wrong. Cool. Hey, filled up a tank. Graph the relationship between the amount of fuel remaining in the truck's tank in liters and the distance driven. Filled up the tank of his truck with 400 liters of fuel and set out to deliver a shipment of bananas to Alaska. The truck consumed 0.8 liters of fuel for each kilometer driven. So then that would be, so we have a 100 measure. So if I multiply 0.8 by 100, I get 80. So if I subtract 400 by 80, I get that by 100, we should be at 320. That's a good looking graph for achieving this. Nice. And so this, right, this is also assuming that we're starting at 0. Khan Academy has a problem of assuming things beginning at 0. Don't fully appreciate myself. This is the last track of the album. After this, we'll just go to the general, like, lyrical playlist that I like to play. And then when we finish the test, we'll take a brief break and move on to Mass Effect before I had to take my first break, or the big break. Okay, so the y-intercept here is a negative 6, and the x-intercept is a negative 8. Let y represent the sumo wrestler's weight in kilograms after x months, which would be the relationship. I assume A. A young sumo wrestler decided to go on a special high-protein diet to gain weight rapidly. When he started his diet, he weighed 79.5 kilograms. He gained weight at a rate of 5.5 kilograms per month. So, positive y-intercept and positive growth. Yeah, so, hey. Yeah, so, see, the album ended. Very good album. Very nice. Really like it. They're actually coming nearby in September, so going to be able to see them live without having to drive 8 hours. So, fuck you, Scranton, Pennsylvania. But yeah. Very good album. Fuck Scranton, Pennsylvania. Uh, Again, we're just going to plug in the x values and see if the y values turn out what we need it to. So we're going to plug in a negative 2. That's going to be then 3 times negative 2 minus 4. 3 times negative 2 is a positive 6. Minus 4 would be a positive 2, which is not equal to 4. So not this. So our only answers for here are going to be B and D. So let's try. Yeah. I have a feel. I think it'd be. Let's actually do it though. -3 times -3 minus 4. -3 times -3 would be a +9 minus 4 is a 5. Watch, I'm going to get this last one wrong. And have to restart the entire unit. What's the slope of the line that contains these points? Choose 2 points that are close to each other because make life easier on yourself. Although none of these actually matter. Here we're increasing x by 1, we're decreasing y by 5, so the slope is -5, right? -5 over 1, change in y over change in x. You just got to make sure that when you track change in y and change in x, you're moving in the same direction. So in a table like this, I just need to simply keep moving to the right. It's kind of it. Generally speaking, keep your allow your x's to increase, but you could actually just have this in any bullshit order. Just pick 2 points. But yeah, so slope's -5. In an A, start recording video at the same time, and the phone starts with 1,000 megabytes of free space and uses 7 megabytes of space per second of video. A's phone has 1,255 megabytes of free space and uses 10 megabytes of space per second of video. How much free space will they have when they have the same amount of space left? Okay. So here are 2 equations. We have that n is equal to 1,000 minus 7. I'm just going to use x. I don't care. And then we have a is equal to 1255 minus 10x. We set these two things equal to each other because we want these to be equal. N being then the amount of space left in n's phone, a being the amount of free space left in a's phone in terms of definitions. So 1000 minus 7x is equal to 1255 minus 10x. I like positive numbers whenever I can get away with them, so I'm going to move the 10 this way and the 1000 this way. It's going to give me 3x is equal to 255. Actually, wait, hold on. I like what I did with the 5s a moment ago. That one looks like shit. Yeah. Yeah. That one looked good. So I just need to divide that by 3, so I immediately broke it again. So with that, we're going to be able to get an 8, 5. Okay. Yep. Yes. 85 is x. And so x is the amount of time, not the amount of space left. If you're trying to fucking get me. So then I just need to plug that back in, basically. Both are equally terrible. Like, this one's going to be easy, but then the subtraction's hard. Here, the multiplication sucks, but then the subtraction will be easy. Let's just go easy multiplication. I feel like that's what a lot of people are going to end up doing. But yeah, so we want megabytes, and that's what A is. X is not in megabytes. X is in seconds. So should use like T to reinforce that. But yeah, so then A of 85 is equal to this. Jesus, that 2 just did not occur. That's 4. 405. You can't fucking get me. Not today, gamers. Watch, I get this one on. So here we have enough room on either side to track it. So I'm just going to go to the right method. So this says that we have a rise of 3. Well, it looks like I can count. I can't count rise first. So let's do the run. We have a run of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a rise of 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that easy? to -3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last one. Landed the plane. How fast did the plane descend? We need to find slope. So actually every point is pretty decent for this. But here, it seems that every half here is 500. So that means we're starting at 8,500, and it takes there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so and it takes 1,700 seconds to fully descend. And since we're descending, this would be subtractive, but we know that we're talking about descending, so it's fine. Here we'll subtract those, and I'm guessing 5. Yep. So 5. Descending by 5 meters per 1 second. We did it, gamers. Okay, so that was only Unit 4, so it really didn't do much, but that's okay. Listen to a really good album. Highly recommend. Album is on Spotify. I just like owning my music. Thinking of that, I need to create like backups of my music too. How much is this drive? 32 gigabytes? I think I might have more than that in music. This has the PlayStation 3 on it. So I might not want to use this. But also I can just get rid of the PlayStation 3. Not get rid of it, just end up not emulating it. Oh, I still have toast. Isn't that nice? I finished my toast with just wrapped up. Let's check out our wins. No missed questions, just progress. It's always nice. And we get to elevate the count 2 levels because of rounding. About 7.86. Downright beautiful that is, yeah. Oh, cool. As we etch down with our fingers in years of watchfulness. Everything seemed clear. Cruise along at half speed, and then we shifted gears. 1,000 burning suns. I didn't check to see if there's mod updates. Shit. I think we're good. Hey, did you know the summer sale is on? No mod updates. I'm fully updated. Good, good, good. Oh, any game updates? Nope. I need to play Verm or Dark. I need to get into Dark Tide again. Yeah, summer announcement. Very nice. I have not listened to the dedicated Dark Tide OST, although I do own it, which is nice. I need to download it. Excuse me. Um, and I do own the Vermintide 2 OST, but I can't find it. Fat Shark, what's the deal? It's not in my library soundtracks. Can't find it. It's kind of fucked up and crazy. Dude, keep that away from me. Especially when I post Vermintide 2 content on youtube.com slash at aqErVOD. Pause the song. I'm gonna go see how Petra is doing, and then I'll be right back. Which I guess I should play the fucking music then, huh? I shouldn't pause it. Don't worry, I'm dumb. BRB real quick. Should be really quick. I don't think we're ending stream just yet. We'll see though. Liara was Son of Hearts. Ooh woo. Does the captions not know ooh woo? It doesn't know ooh woo. That's so sad. We'll just do that real quick. Uh, we're off here now. Hello, gamers. We're going to get gamering. Or at least a little bit. Oh wait, why did I click onto the store? I don't want to go to the store. I don't want to buy anything. I want to play. I want to play the game that I purchased. Like, fucking not 5? When the fuck did the Legendary Edition come out? It's been forever now. That's gross burp, and I actually do kind of I do apologize for that one. That was kind of rough. That's game audio. Gonna cut that in half for me personally. Thanks. I noticed in one of the VODs recently that game audio seemed very low. So I don't know what that was about, because I prefer my VODs. I prefer the experience to be you can hear the game. Like if I'm speaking, it'll be good that you can hear me a little bit more than the game, but I want you to be able to hear the game, and that wasn't happening. So I do apologize for that. I didn't know that the audio was not balanced in a good way there. I'm gonna turn this down even more for me though. Alright. I'm gonna go to 25% of full. Whereas you, I don't know what percent you're on, but you're like minus. You're close to minus 5 decibels. Where am I now? Like Carly Depp. I did not play any of my personal game since I was away. Oh. I might need to actually turn it down if this is going to be the music. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more tame. I click back into the game. We'll see if OBS thinks about our wants and desires for once in its existence. That's rude. It didn't. Here she is. Okay. Ooh, that was some fat lag. We have people to talk to, if I do remember correctly. Last time we finished the Lair of the Shadowbreaker DLC, which isn't DLC anymore. But we finished that, and we have to talk to Thane. We have to talk to Samara, maybe some other people. I don't know. We just left a conversation with Legion, though, and we're going to go back onto the Shadowbreaker's ship. Just read. Before doing other things. Excuse me, guys. Hi, Samara. How you doing? Put me in this fancy outfit and it makes me feel weird.
Shepard,
I thought we could chat a bit.
I would like that.
Yay. Let's hang out. Stop being so serious looking, Carl. It's weird. Smile
You've been
gently.
a good friend to me.
Yay. I do have to do this. I do have to. It's Carl. Like, I personally don't want to, like, I want to do this, but the whole thing, it, like, we have to break occasionally what I want and think about what Carl wants.
Samara, we have a connection.
I would not have dreamed that one so young could touch me. But Shepard, you must put the thought from your mind. It can never be.
I guess I don't like that it's like bottom left, right? Because that's usually negatively charged. But I guess we have to.
Samara, it can be. You just have to open your mind.
I serve a code stronger and deeper than any feelings. If we survive this mission, my oath to you ends. I will be bound by the code again. That makes a relationship impossible.
What about casual sex? No.
You've kept tight control for a long time, but you still have needs, Samara.
I have the strength to withstand my own drives, Shepard.
You don't have to. The galaxy won't end if you find a little happiness.
You're different from anyone I've met. I think I could find more than happiness with you. But my self-control is who I am. Don't pursue this, please.
I'll respect your boundaries, I think.
I understand, Samara. I'll say no more.
Thank you. I am grateful.
Right. Carl. I feel like we have honored Carl. Right? I feel like we have. I don't feel like that this was untoward for Carl there. We pressed for Carl, but we didn't overstep that boundary, I think. Because remember, Carl Shepard, because I started editing Jimbo Shepard. Finally, you know, after 7 months and 3 days. And I had mentioned how I had not been playing Carl D. Depp during the videos. I've been playing Carl Shepard, which is needed for like a walkthrough-esque style of approach that I've been wanting to do with these. Whereas when I do go back and play genuinely Carl D. Depp, there's going to be a lot of shit posting, and I don't think Carl D. Depp is going to survive Mass Effect 2. Like, if we're totally honest, we're probably going to have to, it will have to be like the idea that I, as the player, am Carl D. Depp playing Shepard. Mass Effect 1 will be very fast. I know that much. But for Mass Effect 2, I don't think he's going to live. The first time. So that'll be something to think about.
Do you need something?
How are you?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your I kept my work clear of our home life.
A little bit desync there.
I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope.
Gasp.
That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Arashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find
There's
out
a
who I
flash
was.
there.
But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
I don't think that's something you should share with Kolyat.
Erica helped me carry my burdens. With what time I have left, I must help him with his. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Hard turn. Carl Foxthane. No. A really weird conversation to just go in like that route, right? But right, so I think it's the same gender romances enables romancing Thane as male shepherd. Again, Carl has his heart set on Samara. Even if Samara is not ready, he will always long and hope without prying or pressing because he respects her boundaries.
Thane, the worst thing is to face death with regrets. You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side. It's a work in progress.
Just hug him, Carl. He needs it.
Hey, Shepard.
Hi, Cosme.
This one security guy keeps staring at me. I think his name is Bert.
We'll fuck
I'm
him up.
used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my eyes or watching my hands. I might have to start cloaking through the CIC from now on. I usually travel hidden away in cargo bays. It's nice to be able to look out a window for a change.
Thanks.
Mess Sergeant
Yeah,
Gardner
but
might just be
an actual
evil
room.
genius. Emphasis on the evil. The food's gotten better lately, though. I guess his reputation will take time to heal.
Yeah, most people don't
Come
have
back
beds.
later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Like, I don't know where Garrus is staying, for example. I don't know where the engineering... Like, do they just sleep in the crew quarters whenever they need to? Seems odd. Garrus hasn't wanted to talk to me in forever. Same with Miranda. Jacob doesn't have anything, and... the game still thinks I want to romance Jack. Charlie doesn't have anything to talk about. Brett doesn't have anything because he has stuff that he needs to deal with. Excuse me. Give him a fish. I shouldn't have any emails. Yeah, that's my fault. Wait. So right. Wait. Just okay. So it's right there. Okay. Wait. Listen. Listen. And then, oh, divine. We'll change my casuals when we land on the Shadow Broker ship. Oops, spoilers. There's a whole ass system here that we can do real quick. One moment. Are you rich? You are.
Probe launched.
You know, as they say. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Only poor. Leave those guys alone. They need that. Urus.
Launching probe.
Are you? Thank you.
Probe launched.
I wonder if iridium or palladium is enjoying. I thought the numbers were off. Already depleted. We'll leave you alone. Hey, hold on. Let's scan anyway. Yes, there's still stuff, but right. It's so low. And then... Hagglaz. Start the scan. Only moderate, so we're going to leave you alone. Ooh, one land. Well, that's my armors for casuals. Oh yeah, we bought all the stuff. Forgot. We're still gonna wear that one. There we go. I'm still just chatting. There we go. Which also, there we go. We got the pinned message. Repairs to the control room are underway, Shadow Broker. Hi, Glyph. So we have a lot of dossiers to read, but let's go over here. Touch my ass. Mission report ready. Success. Admiral Hackett and the 5th Fleet have ambushed the colony raiding pirates. Mission ready. Failure. Certa Foundation's antibiotic tests have been blocked by Citadel legislation. That's fine. Mission ready. Smear campaign. Success. The politician retires from public service after your smear campaign. I forgot what that was for. This one, just report. Success. The police quietly slip you a cut from their raid on this red sand factory. Honestly, they shouldn't. That was weird. But so here. We're just going to kind of do all of them. It doesn't matter. Citadel News.
Mosaic.
You jump scared me. Welcome to Fixate. You can enjoy your pile of erbium salts, but do keep in mind, they are not edible. You probably get sick and die. So don't. Just enjoy it. Ponder the erbium. Yeah. So, not sure how tantalizing this segment's going to be, honestly. We're going to be reading a lot of shit on the reading a lot of shit on the Shadowbroker ship. So, more interesting things later when we go to Tuchanka. Citadel news agencies are trying to place more reporters in the Terminus systems. Use your resources to set up these journalists with safe houses and reliable contacts so they can bring back news from the galaxy's frontier. Sure. Again, the hell was that, Glyph? We're just going to do all of them. The Blue Suns are becoming dangerously powerful. Run a galaxy-wide expose on their corruption and the tendency to turn on their employers. It will send business to their competitors. Okay. Let's stop. Mutually assured income. Clashes between countries on the Batarian homeworld of Karshan are becoming frequent. Make sure no nation-state gains more control than the others by regulating weapon cells to all sides. Sure. Chemical warfare. Binary Helix is trying to develop hormone implants for Alliance soldiers that fall outside the Citadel's genetic treaty laws. The company is prepared to be very generous if you let them know when the Citadel inspectors are coming. Oh my god, no. I know we just said that we were going to do all of them, but holy shit, I don't want to do that one. Fuck. Said we were going to do all of them, so we will. Carl Shepard's no longer a good person. Let's actually talk to other things instead of getting lost into the dossiers for a bit. Delivery pickup. I don't need more palladium, but thank you. Advanced training. That's a mineral stock exchange. Let's talk to Liara. Wait, is there anything over here? What's this? Oh, shutter. Oh yeah, that looks outside, and we're not buying surveys.
Shepard, I'm glad you came. Shepard.
It's nearly time to repurchase effective caste status on Karshan.
Oh.
I have deducted funds to grant you full elite access.
Thanks. We shouldn't have anything here, yeah. You know. And my armor's good. Shows my outfit. Not worried about music. I hate that sound. That sound stop. I hate that sound. Aaron, can you make it stop?
Shepard,
Thanks.
glad you stopped by.
Yes.
We don't get many visitors.
Makes
Take
sense.
it easy. You've been through a lot.
Hey,
You're probably
take it
right.
easy.
I never did say thanks for the rescue. Liara never gave up on you, Feron. I just helped. I'm still amazed Liara came for me. I'll never forget what either of you did.
I can log that in the archives for you, sir.
I see you met the secretary. Looks like you've made a friend. The drone follows everyone. I don't know why the broker kept it around.
I'm a shell for a specialized data processing VI, custom built to your specifications, Shadow Broker.
It helps coordinate the network's massive information feeds, but it could use a different interface tone.
You deemed my default personality sufficient for your needs, Shadow Broker.
I wish it would stop calling me that. How do you think Liara's doing as the new Shadow Broker?
Operations are almost fully recovered after a slight dip in efficiency.
Ever since we repaired the network, Liara's been glued to the archives. I caught her sleeping at her desk more than once. She's busy, but I think she likes it that way. What will you do now that you're a free man? I want to help Liara rebuild this place. But after that...
Your schedule's getting full, sir. Let me sync it to your Omni tool.
No thanks, I'm fine. How did you and Liara both end up looking for my body? Cerberus headhunted me and Liara to steal your body from the Shadow Broker. I was working for the broker at the time, and he's the one who scraped up your remains in the first place. What turned you against the Shadow Broker? He started working for the Collectors. You weren't their first victim. I was an information trader, not a slaver.
Makes sense.
How are you holding up, Feron? I'll be all right. I wasn't always strapped into that interrogation chair. Drell can mentally escape into old memories. It came in handy on the bad days. How many times did the Shadow Broker hook you up to that contraption? A lot. It gets fuzzy. He made the guards watch, as an example.
That's awful. Not worried about this one. It's fine. It's their business.
Take it easy, Feron.
Thanks.
I just noticed that Feron has an actual zipper. Like, it looks like his boobs aren't out. Unlike Thane. Yeah. No, you're concealing. And then the video archive. So, this is pretty interesting. We still have, like, shit tons to read. But let's enjoy the video archive.
Video surveillance access point. I've queued up the archive footage you requested on your last visit, Shadow Broker. Area to look. Omega.
Zoom in. So, some blue sounds guy. Cool. Okay. Next.
Emily Wong. Citadel.
So rude. What they did to Emily.
Fred Mazai. Citadel.
Not sure who Fred is, personally.
Donnell Udina.
Doesn't speak to me.
Citadel.
Oh. Wish I could hear what's being said, yeah.
Bailey. Citadel.
Just a video. But that would be alcohol there. Drinking alcohol, staring out into the nebula.
David Anderson. Citadel.
That's not Anderson. That's a Cerberus guy. David Anderson working with Cerberus?
Praetor Gavor. Omega.
Killing Vorcha. What's Gavorn do?
Kalisa bint Sinan al-Jilani. Citadel.
I think that's Krish.
Keeper 20. Citadel.
Just walking away from a dead blood pact guard. How'd he get dead? No one knows.
Matriarch Atheta. Ilium.
Bartender? Staring at a picture of Liara? What? What?
Erdnot Torsk. Tuchanka.
Porsk. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that a lot. I don't like that one.
Elias Kellum. Omega.
Nice Callum. That's the guy. So again, I don't know who Fred is, but Elias Callum is the guy that we interrogated with Thane, right? Just straight up hit that guy. Holy shit!
Jacob Taylor. Normandy SR2.
A camera and the SR2, yeah. We read through his file. A lot of sit-ups, a lot of crunches, a lot of like maintains well.
Subject 0. Purgatory. Ship now defunct.
True. Jack, why aren't you like this when we bring you out the battle?
Aria Talok. Omega.
Okay, so this is the beginning again. I don't know if we get any new ones. I'm trying to look around if I know this like location. What was that? Emporium. Okay, yeah, this is on top of, that's Harriet's Emporium. Yeah. So this is just on his roof. That's fun. I don't know if we get more videos over time. Check for more videos in our next video. Okay, so we'll do that. I really hate the sound in here. Stop it. Stop. 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 Let's make some money. Palladium is only moderate. Everything's doing too good. And I'm trading my money. Shut up. Because I have a lot of palladium and platinum. Although I'm not entwined. Nothing, none of the special opportunities have been showing up though. Let's get rid of some. Let's go down to 6. A little bit 6 even. Yeah? Yeah? A few more. Yeah, it's close enough. Ooh, that's nice. Back to the mineral. Platinum! It's low! Never mind, I guess. Well, I guess platinum... Oh, platinum is the one that we actually... Okay, our lower one. It's iridium that we have shit tons of, too. Okay. Guess we'll bring you down to 7. One more. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
A Palvin agent has obtained the equipment used to record the General Partonax and Kilix-Tanis duel.
Cool. I see. I wish the noise here would stop. Oh, we're going to have a lot when we come out, won't we? We've read... Did we read Hollying? Oh, shit, I forget what we read up to. Pretty sure we read... Yeah, we read all of Samara's. We went back up and finished out what was up there because we were like, should we read Morden? And I decided that yes, we should. Mechanic engineer, typical Quarian investment in species future instead of personal advancement. Father's work useful in widening tensions between Gath and Quarian races. Okay. So, a lot more personal information that we don't need to see, but we're going to read it anyway. Suit process log. Upgrade interface GUI for Relic technology. Fee authorization project Haystrom. Upgraded suit diagnostics for radiation detection. Same thing. Upgraded Omni tool for enhanced data integrity. Same thing. Same reason. Upgraded translator software for all human languages. Installed suit application NutraScan 2.2. Installed suit application Engine Master 3.6 human vessels. Installed suit application NerveStem Pro. Downloaded entertainment vid Exiles, Portraits of the Lost Quarians. Installed prototype Defense Suite, Shieldjack 0.8. Authorization Admin Hangirl. Upgraded medical scanning and quarantine suite. Ran process infection treatment isolated. Downloaded education vid dealing with loss. Uninstalled suit application NerveStem Pro. Reinstalled suit application NerveStem Pro. Downloaded education vid understanding body language human edition. Downloaded entertainment vid fleet in flotilla. Uninstalled suit application NerveStem Pro. Downloaded education vid human courtship and mating. Installed suit application immuno boost professional edition. Reinstalled suit application NerveStem Pro deluxe edition. Sorry, Holly. Email chain to Shadowbroker from Talizora Naraya. I know you don't know me. I'm the daughter of Admiral Raelzora, and I've run into trouble on my pilgrimage. I was investigating a disabled Geth and found a recording that seemed to indicate that a specter named Saren is working with the Geth. He's betrayed the council and is working for some group called the Reapers. I'm on the Citadel now, but Saren's people are after me. This is too big for me to deal with. I'm willing to offer you the information in exchange for protection. Are you interested? Raelzor, to Talizora Naraya from Shadowbroker. I'm interested, and you were smart to come to me. I have an enforcer on the Citadel named Fist. He can protect you. Give him the information and let him get you someplace safe. To Shadow Broker from Talizor and Araya. No deal. Saren has turned too many people against me. If we're doing this, I want to meet you in person. I can't trust anybody else. Understood. I'll meet you in person. Fist will set it up. To Fist from Shadow Broker. I'm forwarding you the intel on a Quarian named Talizora. She wants a meeting and she's got valuable intel. Get her someplace safe and avoid any intelligence channels. Inspector Saren Arterius is after her. When you get the intel, kill the Quarian and any of our operatives who had access to the data. This information cannot be compromised. Top-level security. You'll be compensated for the loss of any of your people. Shadow Broker from Talizor and Araya. Your agent was compromised. He tried to sell me out to Saren. I've turned the information over to a human alliance commander named Shepard, and I think I've got all the protection I need. Thank you for your offer, and I hope this does not affect any future exchanges. Talizor and Araya from Shadow Broker. Of course. I apologize for Fist's behavior. Should you ever change your mind, I'd be more than happy to offer my personal protection. Please contact me at your earliest convenience. Rude. Keystroke recording. Omni tool use. Citadel. Begin new message. Dear Sen and his Sesjoran, I am... To the parents of Mirjurin, Vas. My name is Talizora Vasnima, and I led the unit where your son was killed on Haestrom. Partial line erase. Led the unit on Haestrom where your son died. Unit on Haestrom where Mirjurin died. I didn't know Mirjurin well, but he seemed like a good soldier and brave young. I didn't get the chance to know Mir very well, but I only served with Mir for a short time. I was impressed by his bravery and his commitment to his people. Save progress. He died so I could. He saved me at the sacrifice of his. Gave his life to get data for data that the Admiral Board felt was partial line erase. To get data that will one day bring us back to Homeworld. I don't know if that helps. Partial line erase. Back to Homeworld. We all honor sacrifice. I regret. Sorry for your... I understand you must be... Save, draft, and exit. While there's plenty of information here that we don't have any right to know, like, some of the stuff like cuts deep to me anyway. You know, empathy, human emotions. Off to the next one. Kasumi Goto. Skilled break and enter specialist, sentimental, impulsive risk taker. Investigate lover's death in connection to line scandal. Poetry logs. Anonymous poem logs. Haiku by Kasumi. Breathless, glinting skin. Muscles working rhythm. Cloak desire watches. Spell Jacob. Looking at me now, his indifferent eyes smile. I'm a puddle. Probably still Jacob. One more? Yeah. Beautiful and good, punishing with his kindness. Jacob is perfect. This is probably, like, besides the fact that she can romance Jacob and the events that Jacob then immediately engages in going into the next game, like, 6 months separate the end of Mass Effect 2 and the beginning of Mass Effect 3. And in 6 months. There had to have been history that's not talked about in this game or something, and I don't think any of my mods rectify it. Excuse me. Have we read Jacob's? Unless Jacob's lower, we've read it, so I don't know. I think we have. I don't remember anything. From Kasumi Goto to MP, Blue Suns, Omega. I understand from my sources that you are looking to expand your collection of antiquities. These are the items I currently have at M-Store. I was originally commissioned to obtain them, but when payment was not forthcoming, it became mine. The prices on all items are open to negotiation. In your case, I may prefer favors over credits. Please use this same secure channel to respond. From to another person. Got it. Inventory. Okay, cool thing. Domed ceremonial headdress, Batarian, that. Da Vinci Mona Lisa, human. Still using AD. I'm actually surprised that Bioware didn't choose BCE. Or, well, that's not BCE, that's just CE. CE. There we go. Complete works of esteemed poet Zesso Thal Bas Ranak. First folio edition. Bas Ranak. Home planet. Homeworld. Koh Nur Diamond. Loose. Human. Turian Battle Spike. Approximately 3,000 years old. Origin unknown. Believed to be one of two, but missing its pair. Okay, is that it? Alright. Alright. Yeah, we read those. It's just that. Yeah, so so like one of the mods that helps flesh out some of the holes and things like that. I think it would be cool if there's one that expands on like the relationship that Jacob ends up going into and like that sort of stuff going for a third game, because like I don't know, but let's make our way back down. We're at Thane Krios. Drill Assassin achieved top ranks in Hanar training programs. Responsible for 1 hour massacre on Omega. Advanced Kepral's syndrome makes neutralization a low priority. Kill methods. Preferred assassination methods. Human. Rear poach. Check shoulder to prevent turning. Hands to chin and base of skull. Neck snap. Alternate. Check and grab shoulder. Arm around throat. Grip. Jaw. Single arm. Neck snap. Sorry. Front approach. Throat punch to collapse airway. Arm control lock to neutralize bionics. Advanced hip throw. Grip chin and scalp. Neck snap. Alternate. Warp field on biotic barrier. Step past, kick to back of leg to collapse knee. Step in with knee to spine, grip chin and scalp. Next snap. Turian. Side approach, low kick the knee, grab arm and pull into broken leg lock as Turian leg stiffens in pain response. Finger stab under jaw if unarmored or eye. Grab head fringe. Next snap. Alternate. Front approach. Paired punches to vulnerable plates just below eyes. Drop elbow to collarbone. Front leg sweep while vaulting over target. Spinning. Next snap. Krogan. Top approach. Double strike to eye ridge. Slide down between blinded targets. Rising arms. Precision nerve strike to throat. Secondary nerve strike to counter blood rage. Quad kick to bend target. Grip each side of skull. Running, leaping, spinning head. Neck snap. Alternate. Bomb. Very into the neck snapping thing, Krios. Why you look so mad? I don't know if they used like a face model like they did with like Samara and Miranda, and whatnot. But like looking at this picture, I know the perfect face model for Thane Krios. Sam Witwer. Live action Max Effect. Yeah, get Sam Witwer in there. He's got the lips. He can do it. I think it would be great. Lung. So medical reports. Dr. Chakwas. Lung. Medical. Yep. Lung capacity 42%. Left side lung shows large lesions. Right lung has nodular lesions only. Antibiotic treatment, now resistant to cypoxidine, that one and that one. Metastatic process, stomach, liver, minor, heart, negligible at this time. Treatment options. Viable transplant candidate but refused to be added to list. Synthetic lung generation currently possible for Joe. Therapy and care. At this time, Mr. Krios should continue getting regular cardiovascular exercise in order to stimulate lung movement and prevent or delay the stiffness that causes lack of oxygen transport. While physical stimulation may also be beneficial in keeping tissue flexible, any injury at this point will dramatically impact Mr. Krios' body and cause rapid degeneration. It is unclear how much longer Thane will be able to serve in direct action. Thane should continue to wear loose clothing that leaves his chest uncovered to prevent moisture buildup that could worsen the problem. Why he has the boob window. Buildup that could worsen the problem. The Drell eidetic memory is often beneficial in allowing Drell to escape unpleasant scenes by losing the cells in happier times. In this case, however, Mr. Krios should try to restrict the time spent reminiscing, as prolonged sedentary activity may increase the rate of lung degradation. This suggests that what is best for Mr. Krios currently is to continue to remain active and to engage with other team members in order to stay mentally and emotionally stimulated. So he's making friends with Shepard purely out of medical obligation. Alright, Grunt. aqEr's vat bread prototype. Threat to continuation of genophage likely minimal, but leak knowledge and location of perfect Krogan to Solarian Special Task Group. Recent extra activity. Summary. Search. Krogan history. Search. Great Wars. Search. Genophage. Erased. Krogan victories. Search. aqEr. Erased. Great Generals. Search. Tuchanka. Erased. Tuchanka. Search. Urnot Rex. Not Erd, not. Urnot. Search. Battlemaster Shepard. Modified Commander Shepard. Modified Commander Shepard Normandy. Search. Animal fights. Modified. Large predators. Yeah, that one's a red flag there, Grunt. Search. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Erased. Earth Lizard Rex. Search. Dinosaurs. Oops, I forgot. That double clicking just closes everything. Recent terminal activity. Search. Okay. This is at a terminal. Terminal activity. Battlemaster humans. Erased. Earth humans. Search. Human history. Search. Earth wars. Download 6.1, I assume, terabytes of news footage. Human general historical conflict. Search. Warrior humans. Download 2.1 terabytes documentary footage. Human general historical major military figures. Search. Great humans. Modified honored humans. Download 0.7 terabytes news footage. Human achievement awards. Search. Great storytellers human. Search. War stories. Download 0.67 terabytes literature. Human writers conflict. Search. Human Homer, Kipling, Hemingway. Download 0.13 terabytes literature. Human writers Ernest Hemingway. Download 0.06 terabytes audiobooks. The Sun Also Rises, 14% completed. For Whom the Bell Tolls, 100% completed. A Farewell to Arms, deleted. The Old Man in the Sea, 100% completed. Search. Sharks. Haven't read any of those books. Catalog order. Ultra Black Ops Mega Catalog. Purchase. 2823. UG 652. Case Premium 54. Engine Oil. Video download. The Madness of Sacrifice. The unauthorized biography of Warlord aqEr. Purchase 2856 UG 122 Economy Box Fish Dog Food Factory. Tasty Bites. Video download. When Fauna Attacks, Volumes 1 to 10. Purchase 3254 UG975 Batax's Hot Fish Spice. Video download Vanya. Video download Sorry Confessions 26 True Blue. Purchase 9683-UG-662 Fornax Special Spotlight Krogan Edition. Purchase 8856 UG972 Captain Cosmic Action Figures Gar the Krogan Battlemaster with Real Smash Your Enemies Action. That's good. It makes sense. Get your porn on, Grunt. I believe in you. All right, let's learn about Cerberus, rogue agency for advancement of humanity, founded in 2157, active in both Citadel and Terminus space. Strong human supremacist overtones, classified as a terrorist threat by both the Systems Alliance and Citadel Council. The loss of credits due to the elusive man's direct interference in recovery of Commander Shepard's body has been offset by data gathered from the Lazarus Project. Withhold retaliation until Shepard's long-term functionality is confirmed, 1 year post-resurrection. Activity highlights. See highlights for more activity highlights. For more extensive list of shell companies, see Cerberus Economic Structure Volumes 1 through 4. The fact that there are volumes is kind of much. 2157, Manifesto published. 2160, Facility in Pragio constructed. 2161, Subject Zero born CDR Holdings purchased. Terra Nova Commonwealth Bank purchased. 2162, Infiltration of Human Media begins, specializing in extrasolar news. Constant Times, Scott Examiner, Nascent Galactic Broadcasting Corporation. 2163, Project Doorway makes forgery of Council standard metacards and identitags possible, allowing agents unrestricted movement. 2164, Scott Examiner destroys credibility of Vera Safine, front runner for Prime Minister of Systems Alliance. Leak to Galactic Broadcasting Corporation stopped by agents in place. 2165, operatives steal antimatter from the SSV Geneva. Assignment goes wrong, but discipline holds and squad fights to the death. Sole survivor divulges little, but names his sponsor, Cerberus. Recruitment increases, but stringent standards slow growth. 2166. Haribon Military Industries purchased on Terra Nova. Legitimate arms contract to colonial forces. Models within serial numbers produced for expert to crime syndicates in Batarian space. Terminus Systems. 2167. Cerberus agents among humans recruited into Global Maritime Justice Organization on Trident. 2168. Assassination of 22 Solarian crime syndicate members on Trident leads to takeover of narcotics trade. Reprisals bloody, but tolerable. Milky Way Foundation created to funnel money. New Dawn Pharmaceuticals purchased to begin Project Trapdoor. 2169. Trapdoor experiments on Asari captives with Omega to measure disruption of bionic powers. Estimate 2.5 milligrams active ingredient for each 25 kilogram of body weight. Under 7.5 milligram dose under 7.5 milligram dose optimal to avoid detection by taste or smell. 3 to 5 Citadel standard days on set period. Powers return in 2 to 5 sit stand days after last dose taken. Permanent damage possible. 2170 nanosurgery on subject 0 successful. Omega blank fails to work on appropriate receptors. Program begun to instill other Cerberus operatives with resistance to OE. 2171 Pope Clement the 16th assassinated via rosary beads coated with sodium non-acetate and dimethyl sulfoxide. Okay. Death attributed to age and heart failure. replacement Pope Leo XIV has that beliefs in line with militarizing humanity, forgiving attitude to Solarians regenophage proves useful for strategic alliances against Turians. 2173. Inez Simmons resigns as head of Terra Firma Party. Frontrunner Claude Minot assassinated. Charles Saraceno much more tractable. 2174. Radium placed inside office chair of Systems Alliance parliamentarian Artyom Gravikov. Gravikov's death attributed to cancer. Emergency election much cheaper to manipulate than normal process. Cerberus-backed candidate loses. Winning candidate approached found susceptible to bribes. That's wonderful. 2175. Michael Moser-Lang approached by operatives in militia community. Insider information given for stock buy to provide him with funding. Contact severed, but electronic surveillance remains. Lang purchases armaments. Influx of human into trident political scene leads to renaming of capital with human name. 2176. Electronic surveillance recovered from Lang's home. Lang kills Enrique Angular and Ying Xiang, resulting approval bump for Vice President Belknap allows passage of financial reform bill allowing for increased loopholes in colony-based shell companies. Fighting among vice premiers a bonus as Lin Yi alienates Politburo Standing Committee and his chances of election in the Systems Alliance Parliament are dashed. Fuck. $21.77. A successful acquisition of Light and Shadow Pictures' proprietary Reality Plus video editing machine. Capacity to forge photorealistic video is now unsurpassed. Deepfakes. Wonderful. 2181. Matriarch TE, targeted with OE, claims a biotic superiority to non-biotics, deflated once her powers fail. Voice in citizen legislature considerably diminished. 2181. Also, military arm creates posts on planet Binthu. Excuse me. 2182. MSV Inixara sabotaged. Catalyst added to metastable metallic hydrogen fuel by timer injection. Ship breaks apart during FTL. All hands aboard lost. Turian hierarchy Hawk. Killed in the process. Explosion attributed to faulty engineering. Admiral Kahoku begins investigation of suspected Cerberus activities. See competition details for more recent activity. Interesting that 2182 is when this is attributed, because 2183 is the year largely attributed to the events of Mass Effect 1. It's now 2185, and 2186 is the year of Mass Effect 3. Lottery. Elusive man profile. Cigarettes smoked today, 4. It would be really cool if that number changes each time I look at it. Cigarettes smoked today, 4. Drinks consumed today, 7. Daily Skyball score, 160 over 0. 5th consecutive perfect game. Suit worn today. That brand. Light linen blend, 2200 thread count. Single button closure. The Besum chest pocket, 5 interior pockets, 4 button cuffs. Side vents. Built-in protection from close range weapons fire. Plum. Sexual liaisons. Past week. SS Ilium Entertainment's sexiest human alive. BK, Skyball Champion. VV, Fortnite's Dream Girl of 2185 this year. S and SS, the Terra Firma twins. MT, twice. Matriarch T. It's not the same matriarch. In fact, I can't scroll. Wait. No, it's not. Okay. Messages sent today to Citadel, Ilium, Omega Earth, Horizon, Eden Prime, Thessia, Palaven, Tuchanka, Migrant Fleet. Weird. And someone's kind of weird. Again, like since more of the stuff is like of like a daily thing, like past week, like it would be cool. Like I don't think it does, but it would be cool if this information would like change. Captain Bailey, we're almost done, gamers. Fuck. CSEC Captain, survivor of Reaper attack on Citadel, prefers dealing with Zakara World's criminal element off the record. Ample blackmail material. Business correspondences. Captain Bailey to Zakara World Officer mailing list. Subject: New recruit basics. Listen up. I'm sending this out because too many of our new recruits don't get that being part of CSEC on the Citadel isn't like security on a garden planet. I want you to drill the following into their heads until they're sick of your voice. 1. Learn your district. Contacts don't make themselves. There's a mandatory minimum of 20 hours of foot patrol during your work week. No exceptions. 2. Update your translators. The Citadel gets more than 9 million tourists a week. You need to understand whether that drunk from Omega's enjoying the nightlife or telling his buddies to flank you. 3. Eyes are on us. Everyone from the council to your bus driver is watching the new CSEC. Yak all you want in the locker room, but remember a mistaken uniform can get plastered over the whole damn galaxy's news network. That's it for now. Come to me with any problem cases you think we need to lean on or boot out. Bailey. Incoming correspondence list. List of materials read by Citadel CSEC Officer Captain Bailey, Zakara World Citadel, on March 23rd. No, that's not March. Fuck, May. Shit. 2184, last year. Summary of the previous... Wait. So, one specific day last year. Weird. Okay. Summary of previous day's council meeting. Citadel Newsnet, front page stories, sports, arts, and entertainment. Email from his ex-wife, re-canceled visit to the Citadel. VIP looters, dark side of the colonies. A Citadel Newsnet article of the day by E.G. Report from Detective NC on murder suspect R.J. Note: J is innocent. See footage from camera 41-that. Department of Citadel Rapid Transport Emergency News Bulletin: Cancellation of service from Zakara World to Tesseri World. Request for backup from Captain K of Tesseri Ward. A note from Tesseri Ward Intendant SB expressing sorrow re loss of officers LY and BS to gunmen on Tesseri Ward. A request from Captain K to temporarily transfer 2 CSEC officers from the Citadel's Zakara Ward to Tesseri Ward. Ward. Invitation from Captain K to meet at the usual place. O's Bar and Grill, level 16, Zakara Ward, northwest corner booth. Email from XY3, gang member shootout, Bailey's Health. That's great. 4 more. De facto leader of Omega, 3 centuries of commando experience, aloof, paranoid, excellent organizational and management skills. Audio transmission transcript. Recording taken on Omega Afterlife Nightclub private room. 4:14 a.m. I assume local time. Door opens and closes. Ugh. What the? A. Arya. K.E. Who the hell are... Hey, don't bother. Those shackles don't have a release catch. You mistake me for one of your clients or something, lady? Let me out. This was very good. The Turian's been at Afterlife for a week. Usually I spot them earlier. Spot what? I know you're listening through that speaker hidden in E's collar. I bet E doesn't even know who he's really spying for, does he, Shadow Broker? Shadow what? I don't know any. Wait, what are you doing? You don't play favorites, Broker. I admire that. But what I don't like is how you think anything twitches a muscle on Omega without my knowing it. Arg! Damn it, my face. Feel free to waste as many lives as you want sending your agents down to my world. Okay, listen, I'm working for a guy, but it's not what you think. I'm not Arg. Door opens and closes. Recording ends. K.E.'s death has not yet compromised our other agent placed in the Afterlife nightclub. I assume it's also Anto. Arya Talok. Charkis Flynn. Events Coordinator, Afterlife Entertainment. Flynn. Here's what I want set up for next month. Sinya Sisters. They're good, but I don't want them performing so close to the Beck Burlesque act when it comes back from the mining colonies. String out the flesh shows. Fight Pit. Too many Vorcha. No one's going to pay to see those little goblins eat each other when they do it on the street for free. Give me some Krogans and enough humans to keep them busy for an hour. That, quote, singer in tomorrow's band is from Eclipse. I'm surprised you didn't spot it. Bring it to me after last call. Hanar Jugglers. Before you sent me the vid, I thought you were joking. Book them. I could use a laugh. We should consider making the casino ship a VIP-only event. Hand out passes to people who need killing and let them do it for me. There was more blood than credits on the table after the shootout for last week's jackpot. Nice. Some nice short, quick ones. All right, Admiral David Anderson. Admiral David Anderson is a rejected Spectre candidate. Close working relationship with Commander Shepard before destruction of Normandy SR-1. Monitor communications for renewed contact with Shepard. Military correspondence. Intercept 1612. Secure comm Bowie 4673 encrypted. That. Sender Captain FG Arcturus Station. Reading through all of these is going to be a good thing in the long run because it means we're never going to read any of these probably ever again. Like, we might do a quick scan. We're going to go check out Feron's videos, essentially, right? But it's going to allow us to just never read these again. At least in a way that is, like, deeply substantial. David Anderson. I have been asked to step in on the matter of your continued vocal and assistance support of Commander Shepard, formerly of the SR-1 Normandy within the Alliance military and to third-party contracts. The matter of Commander Shepard and their involvement in the attack on the Citadel Station is of high value to military intelligence in the Galactic Council. To that end, we respectfully ask you to cease and desist your continued investigation that has been deemed close and sealed for 2 solar years. Your continued agitation of this matter is deemed a high security risk with potential repercussions for galactic security. Please consider our position carefully. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact my office. Sincerely, blah. Also very interesting that instead of having it built into swap pronouns, it just uses the there. Does it mean Carl is a he, they? That's great. The silence is starting to kill me when I pause. Personal correspondence. That stuff. Cynthia Barris. Okay. Ex-wife. David. Henry and I went to Jason's graduation ceremony in San Francisco today. Such a beautiful occasion. All those gowns and bright spirits, so much potential. I know Henry would frown at the thought, but I couldn't help recalling the pomp around your appointment to the Hastings. You were the second in command, weren't you? The military always did ceremony very well. God, that was a lifetime ago. Jason says to send his best. I'm so proud of him. Aerospace engineer. I don't pretend to understand what he does, but the gleam in his eyes when he is trying to explain his latest designs to me say that he has found his place in this universe. He wanted to call you to be there at his ceremony, but I know duty calls. He sees you as a heroic figure off fighting grand battles in space. Hope you can make it for the holidays this year. Henry asked just the other day. I know you don't see eye to eye on much, but he respects you. He respects what you do. And you know Jason is over the moon when you can take the time to review his ship designs. Let me know about the holidays, and David, please be careful. Love, Cynthia. I can't tell like a date or anything on that. Recent transactions. Catalog order. Dionysus imports. Video download. Saren, a hero betrayed. Purchase. 2233 DA. Well, that's just a purchase. Yeah, that's just a... Yeah. Modus Valley brand 2 bottles white wine. Video download damaged. The truth behind the Citadel crisis. Purchase code. Ilium Elite brand 1 bottle gold label. You need to stop drinking so much alcohol, David. Video download. The Path of Lies. A history of the Alliance military. Video download. Afraid of the Dark. Reapers, Collectors, and Other Myths. Purchase blah. Red Janie brand 2 bottles special stock vodka. Services. Clean sweep home maintenance. Okay. 2 more. Admiral Stephen Hackett, commanding officer of the Alliance's Navy 5th Fleet. Worked with Commander Shepard before the destruction of Normandy SR-1. A deep cover operative is scheduled to replace his current aide in 2 months. Internal Naval Correspondence. Major C.A. to Admiral Stephen Hackett. Subject. Taking action on Commander Shepard's return. Sir, we've confirmed sightings of Commander Shepard on Omega and that the commander is now working for the terrorist organization Cerberus. Several Alliance officials have let it be known that they consider it crucial that we interrogate humanity's first Spectre on his apparent desertion of the Alliance and the Citadel. If we bring Shepard in now, we can gather an account of the commander's past 2 years without being pressured by the galactic media to leak potentially sensitive data. In light of this, I am officially requesting that you rescind your orders against Alliance contact with Shepard. Rest assured, our department is dedicated to the commander's safety. Provided that Shepard is cooperative in furnishing us with a detailed report of his previous whereabouts and current work for Cerberus, we anticipate releasing him from Alliance custody no later than 5 to 6 months from acquisition. Respectfully awaiting your reply. Major. Request denied. That's all we got. Cool. Shadow Broker. Classified. Mail Archive. This is good. This is actually a good one. To Shadow Broker from Operative Keklu. Per your request, we've landed on the Yogg homeworld and captured a specimen for your studies. We actually had to kill several of them before finding this one, which seemed interested in leaving the planet. Hopefully this means he's more tractable. I do recommend caution, however. These creatures may indeed have valuable shock troops, or may indeed be valuable shock troops or bodyguards, but their savagery puts even the Krogan to shame. As near as we can tell, it's part of their culture. They're not simple brutes like most Krogan. The one we've got is learning nearly as fast as a Solarian. He could be more dangerous than you realize. To Operative Keklu, from Shadowbroker. If you're reading this, my young friend, then you've eliminated the former Operative Keklu and have taken his position. These past few months have seen you learn and grow at a rate I would never have credited had I not seen it personally. You already understand 17 languages without translator assistance, and your political predictions have bettered some of my best agents. As Keklu, you will command strike teams to gather intelligence and neutralize potential threats. Remember your training. Losing your temper costs you that priceless mind of yours, as well as the loyalty of your men. The Shadow Broker leads those who look for secrets. He must be trusted by his men so that he can, in turn, trust them. Gathering intelligence is a holy task, one I'm sure you understand, as you wanted to be off your homeworld so badly to see what wonders awaited you out here. Please provide an update of all operations, Keklu, and know that I am proud of you. To all from Shadow Broker, remove Operative Keklu immediately. He is too dangerous to leave alive. Engage only with numerical superiority. Otherwise, change all access codes and observe only. Provide no information. Keklu must not be allowed any further access to. To all from Shadow Broker, Operative Keklu is no longer a problem. Discontinue code changes and resume normal activity. I want a status report on all operations by the end of the next solar day. Shadow Broker out. Nice. Nice. Check. Close. Nice. So that's finally all of them. Fuck. Now imagine if we had a stream of me just reading the fucking codex entries. Not going to do that, I'm sorry.
Shepard, I'm glad you came.
Thanks. I'm gonna fucking leave now. 2.5 hours in the stream. It's been close to an hour. It's been probably an hour here, you know. Let's read my mail. Not look at this spoiler button. Do you have anything here? No. Legion. Yeah, we don't have an outfit. I think we looked at this. Yeah, I don't like it. We're good with that. I do like this outfit on you, but I also like your normal armor. It looks really cool. Sad that we won't get anything there. This weirdly looks good on you. I like you too in actual armor. You know, I don't really care for like the glasses much, so that's why I like this one. And yeah. Doing the service career makes sense, but if we need to keep your chest open, sort of thing, like this one isn't as good lore-wise, I think. Let's do that one. Yeah. Got some DSX shit going on there. I like that the DLC one here that repurposes another set of armor from the series doesn't like use Cerberus colors because, right, Jack's not going to wear Cerberus colors. I don't think Zaid would either, but it's fine. And here for Kasumi, I like that the helmet covers the face. Because here, like, I've looked at other mods and stuff that provide, like, casual outfits and things like that for Kasumi, and I don't like any of them. They all keep her face open. I think even in casuals, she's going to wear a deep hood, personally. So, that's why I don't, and also I'm not fucking with texture mods because, like, it's a texture mod to change her face paint, like, the texture of her face so that those like high hood or no hood situations actually like look well. I don't think it's necessary. I like how this looks. Yeah. So, and if Kasumi's running around in battle instead of like actually doing assassinate things, which she can't because the programming's not good, right? Isn't like made to do that. I don't like having her in actual armor. Makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. Let's talk to Joker briefly. And then with the time, I want to see how Petra's doing in regards to lunch date.
Commander,
I assume everything is going well up here?
good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think
But
I
I think I
made
made
my
my
point.
point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Bitey. Not pressing that button, so yeah, so here, right? Oh yeah, we have Legion's mission. Forgot. So we might do... Oh yeah, we need to go to the Citadel. Alright. So we'll be back in, like, literally a hot moment. So, not even going to worry about music, because I should be back, like, immediately-ish.
Geth do not intentionally infiltrate.
Thanks for your time.
Next.
Literally walking in with a fucking Geth around the corner. Like, it's so good.
Yes.
Hi, Bailey. Anything to talk about? No?
I
Okay.
should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Yep, smooches. Yeah, there's nothing to find anymore. I think it's cool that that's there. It's unfortunate that it's not interactable.
I overheard you talking. Having a problem?
It's a private matter.
Give me a chance. I might be able to help.
I don't see why you would.
People standing there is
Since
uncomfortable.
your kind gained a seat on the council, they've taken over CSEC customs. There are hundreds of new security checks and travel restrictions.
Yep.
We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Why would they consider you a risk? You're obviously not Geth.
I don't know. They wouldn't tell us. We got on a list somewhere for some reason, and they won't tell us anything because it's classified.
Who won't let you board a ship?
I don't know who made the decision. Some pencil pusher at the shuttle port told us. The one outside the CSEC station?
I'll see if I can get it sorted out.
I'm not holding their breath.
I do have the forged IDs. I think the first time that we played it with Carl, like, I actually talked to them. Carl 2.0 actually fucked up the exchange with them. Whoopsie. But
Can I help you, sir?
I do that when I can just do
I
this.
talked to a couple of Asari. They say customs won't let them leave the station, but they weren't told why. Can you help me out?
I'm sorry, sir, but all matters related to station security are classified. We can't risk Geth infiltration.
I just walked in and out of the station.
Someone is on
Yeah.
the watch list might compromise the safety of CSEC's undercover agents.
I'm going to do this because I'm a Spectre.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre. I checked them out personally, and I'm confident that they're safe to travel. I want them removed from your watch list.
I'll have to confirm your identity. Well, all right then. I'll have their names removed per your authority, Spectre. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope.
I'm fine. Thanks for your help.
Next.
Yeah. No. Like, I get the other ones, but like I'm a Spectre. Carl's a Spectre. I'm not a Spectre. I could never.
Good news. I convinced them to
Give
let
them
me
the
go.
forged IDs anyway.
You what? How did you do that?
I know some people. Called in favors. It's no big deal.
Don't want to
You
give
must
away
be
identity as a
answering the
Spectre, I
device in
suppose.
all her forms. Thank you. We should get ready to leave. There should be another ship heading to Thessia tomorrow.
You're welcome. Okay. Let's wait. We need to walk around and see where Legion has a conversation thing. Because I actually don't remember. Like, this game's not like Mass Effect 1 where I remember almost everything very intimately in a uncomfortable degree of like specificity. Thank you. Okay. He's probably.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
So which tech module are we supposed to get?
With confusion. I thought you knew.
What? No. All I heard Varanus say was, pick up a module.
Well.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the
You
Citadel.
don't have anything. All the shops are empty. I purchased everything. Stock market, baby. You already finished your thing.
I just got a refund and exchange, and I was told to pick up the off-the-shelf converter here.
I do have the mod that makes that guy look the same for Mass Effect 2 and 3, because for some reason they whitewashed
It took
him.
me a long time to get this refund. It's a decision on the job. He said there'd be
Yeah, as soon as I like walked over there, I realized that Legion probably has a conversation thing up in the club. It makes sense. Running. Carl Lee Depp does not believe in public transit. Oh, it's right here. Where was it? Excuse me. Nice.
This is not unlike our stations. Far more inefficient. Your organic shells require more space. Information propagation is slow. Many voices speak at once. We do not understand how it functions without consensus. Perhaps study
Barely.
of other hive species will illuminate, beginning extranet search protocols.
Nice. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Let's leave.
I want to know when the next shuttle will get here.
There's one every 10 minutes.
Eventually. Barring time. Like, I'm not sure how Petra's timescale's working perfectly at the moment, but I think it would be bad to start like Legion's loyalty mission right away. Instead, I think it would be better for us to go ahead and put the brakes on the stream for now, and I'll be back again probably in an hour to do Legion's loyalty mission, and probably all of Tuchanka. Like, I would love that. There's 2 of the 3 things that we need to do there, and that would be awesome. So,
No messages for you, Commander.
thank you. So then, for now, anyway, because we're going to have the second stream dedicated purely to Mass Effect, which kind of breaks the rules a little bit, but it's just I just don't want you guys to be on break for like 40 minutes whenever that genuinely has to happen. So yeah. So for the time being, anyway, to everybody watching now and anyone watching in the future, take care now and come back in an hour. Bye bye then. We're not going to do the ending now, right? It's a BRB. It's a BRB. We're going to be back. So it's a be right back. Probably in an hour. Okay. So yeah. Smooches and enjoy food. Again, I'll be back in a little while.